This is Dr. C. Dexter Wise III. Due to the global COVID-19 pandemic, like thousands of other churches, the doors of Faith Ministries Church were closed for worship in March of 2020. Now, after 18 months of successful online ministry, I'm excited to announce that those same doors at 2747 Agler Road, Columbus, Ohio, will be reopened for in-person worship on Sunday, September the 5th, 2021 at 10 a.m. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our sight. We acknowledge that we have not come through this pandemic unscathed. We've had some bruises, some setbacks, some bumps, and even some losses along the way. But just in case you weren't paying attention, let me remind you of some of what God did for us in spite of the pandemic. God moved us seamlessly from in-person worship to Facebook, YouTube, church online, and Instagram, where even though the physical doors of the church were closed, God opened our virtual doors online to an even broader global audience, which eagerly embraced our ministry. God kept our church together. God kept our bills current and on time, including both mortgages. God saw to it that our staff never missed a paycheck. God led people to join our church from across the country. God showed us how to creatively continue the ministry in new and expansive ways. And then God raised us up as a standard for the nation and the world on how to merge technology and ministry in this present age. As we look toward going back to in-person worship, let me tell you what your church staff and leadership has done and is doing to help create a safe and sanitary environment for us to resume our in-person praise and worship of God. We're doing deep cleaning throughout the entire church. We're placing signs throughout the building, encouraging people to stay safe and sanitized. We've added more touch-free experiences to being at Faith Ministries, from bathrooms to trash cans to sanitizing dispensers. We've installed hand sanitizer units generously throughout the church. We've had the roof repaired and ceiling tiles replaced. We've improved sanctuary lighting and media capabilities to enhance our worship experience on-site and online. We've added an AED, that's an automatic external defibrillator unit, in our health advocacy room to respond to heart emergencies. We've purchased nanoseptic, continuously self-cleaning covers for doors, handles, and switches to be placed on these and other highly touched surfaces. We've equipped all of our furnaces and air conditioners with brand new I-Wave bipolar ionization units to help eliminate pathogens and other particles from the airstream. And we've grouped our sanctuary seats to ensure social distance seating. We told you what God has done. We told you what we're doing. Now here's what we're asking you to do. Number one, whether you choose to worship on-site or off-site, we're asking you to continue to be an active and involved member of Faith Ministries Church. No matter where you're worshiping, we expect you to come to worship on Sundays, join a ministry, be involved, and be an active member of the church. Number two, if you're feeling sick, stay home and come back when you are better. We'll be here, hopefully, when you come back. So make sure that you're feeling well when you come to worship. If you're feeling sick, stay home and come back when you're better. Number three, until further notice, everyone 12 years old and up is required to wear a mask at church. Parents, of course, can have your children under 12 wear a mask at your discretion. We'll have free masks available should anyone need one. Everyone required to wear a mask. Number four, enter and exit the church through the main doors at the front of the church, then enter the front doors of the sanctuary and exit the side doors in the sanctuary. For security reasons, you'll not be allowed to enter the side door. So come in the front, and when you're in the sanctuary, leave by those side doors at the back of the sanctuary. Number five, with the social distancing of our seats, we will have about 50% of our regular seat capacity in the sanctuary. So the doors will be open at 9 a.m. The outside doors will be open at 9 a.m. And there will be first come, first served seating in the sanctuary. So that means you may not be able to get your regular seat, but come as soon as you can. The doors will be open at 9. And when the sanctuary seating is filled to capacity, there'll be overflow capacity in the gym with a 10-foot screen where we'll be streaming the worship live. And there in the gym, we'll have socially distanced seating for individuals and tables for families. Some of you may choose to go straight there. That'll be okay if you prefer to worship there in the overflow area. Number 6. To reduce movement, here are some things that we're going to do. You'll be able to receive your communion elements as you enter the sanctuary. And instead of going to the altar as we do many times during worship, we will stand and pray at our seats. And those who are led to join the church, however, will be allowed to come forward down the aisle during the invitation to Christian discipleship. You can give, as you have been doing, online, by text, or by mail, as you've been doing for over the past several months. Or you may bring your offering and give your offering as you enter or exit the sanctuary. There'll be offering boxes available for that. So we're not going to walk around for the offering, but you will be able to give as you come in or give as you leave. Number 7. At the end of worship, if you choose to fellowship, we ask that you leave the sanctuary, go directly out of the building, and fellowship outside. This is, of course, to reduce the amount of gathering inside the building and to allow the outside air to help us with stopping the spread of COVID. The ushers will escort you out of your seats like they might do as a wedding. So when church is over, we're not just going to get up and rush. We're going to be escorted line by line, row by row, out of the sanctuary in an orderly fashion. Number 8, at least for a while, Sunday celebration, ministry groups, prayer meeting, faith AC groups, senior celebration, and Facebook online groups will all continue to meet virtually. We're not going to have children or youth ministries as such on the first Sunday, but we'll be getting them back in person no later than the first Sunday in October. Number 9. If you would like to volunteer, we especially need your help. We need ushers. We need cleaners. The church has to be clean and somebody's got to do it. We need greeters and more. And so if you want to volunteer for this reopening aspect of our church or just volunteer in general, you can go to faithministries.church/connect, faithministries.church/connect. Let us know and we'll get you hooked up. And then number 10. This is going to be a new beginning. Before we began worshiping at our new Faith Ministries building on Agler Road, we were so excited that we launched our going there with a caravan of vehicles to celebrate our gratitude to God for his blessings upon us. And so today we feel just as blessed. And that's why on Saturday, September the 4th, 2021 at 3 p.m., we will use the same format as we did before. We're going to assemble at Grotto Temple, where our church began. That's located 3790 Agler Road, Columbus 43219. And we're going to pray, and then we're going to process to our current location at 2747 Agler Road. We're asking each ministry to have a decorated car representing their ministry, and then every member and friend of faith to decorate their cars and join the parade. We're looking for no less than 100 cars. And so we want you to bring your car, decorate your car, and join the procession. We're going to process from Grotto Temple all the way back to our current location. And when we arrive at the church, we're going to party until 7 p.m. with food, fun, and fellowship for the whole family and the community. So we're calling on our men's ministry and our women's ministry especially to work with Reverend Frank Lane, who will be coordinating all of these activities and festivities on Saturday. Then on Sunday, September the 5th, 2021, the doors will be open at 9 a.m. And at 10 a.m., we'll have our first in-person, back in the house worship. This is going to be a great and historic day. When we began our church the first time on the first Sunday in November 1991, there were 343 people who joined the church on that day. and they became charter members. In a way, since we're starting again, those who come back September the 5th will also be making history. Therefore, we'll make a list of everyone present on the first Sunday back. And from this list, a beautiful scroll will be created indicating who was there. This will be a treasured keepsake for all generations from now. You'll be able to say, I was there. And so here's what we want you to bring on the first weekend back. Number one, bring your prayers. In fact, you can start praying right now. You don't have to wait till September. We ask that all of our members and friends start covering this whole process between now and then with prayer every single day. Make sure you pray and ask God to cover our church, our congregation, our leadership with prayer and with his anointing. We ask that you pray for the safety, pray for the sanity, pray for the congregation, pray for the weather, pray for the spirit that will be loosed on that Sunday as well. So bring your prayers and start praying right now. Number two, bring a present. We're asking everyone to bring a special back to church Thanksgiving offering in addition to and over and above your regular tithes and offerings. God has been tremendously great to us during this period, and we're going to express that not only with our praise that comes from our lips, but the praise that comes from the fruit of our increase. And so let's bring that offering, that special back to church offering, on the first Sunday in September. There will be envelopes available on that Sunday should you want one and want to give that way. But you can also give as you have been giving over these past several months. You can give online, you can give by text, you can give by Cash App, you can mail it. But just make sure that you mark that offering as your special back to church Thanksgiving offering. So you're going to bring your prayers, you're going to bring a present, and then you're going to bring your patience. Lord have mercy. This is all going to be new to all of us, and we're going to have to be flexible. So bring your patience, and finally, bring your praise. After all, that's the reason we're doing it in the first place. That's why we're going back in the first place. All of these plans and all of these policies and all of these procedures, they're good, but they're just there to make it easy for us to give God the praise. That's why we're going back. That's what we're going to do. So bring your praise. This may sound like a lot, but I'm confident that you'll be able to do all of these things and more. And don't worry about not remembering everything I said, because this announcement will be posted on our website and other platforms for you to review. Now, of course, all of this is subject to change as COVID-19 spreads and other things beyond our control actually change. So as for now, this is our stance. We can't wait to see you in person, to give you an air hug, a wave, a faith fist bump. This is Dr. C. Dexter Wise III, looking forward to you joining us September the 4th and 5th for prayer, parade, party, and praise. Let me say that again. Prayer, parade, party, and praise. We'll see you there.